One love, God bless. Farah Nelson here, and I'm here to talk to you about how to think clearly in stressful situations. So, lots of times in life we get into situations where it seems like things are going hectic, things are going crazy. Maybe it's, you know, either something as crazy as, you getting a flat tire, or something as crazy as you running for your life. Well, either way, in these situations, there's some key things to keep in mind when you're going through them. And we have to keep our composure any way that we can and use the skills that we have to be able to handle these situations in the best way possible so that we can not only survive, but learn how to handle them better if it were to happen again. So, in stressful situations, if you want to think more clearly, you're going to have to, first and foremost, control your breathing. You want to be able to not let your breath and your heart take control of your body, because when we get into stressful situations, that's the first thing that acts up. Our heart starts beating fast, we start feeling weird all over, and we kind of just feel like we're losing control. So doing these breath works where you're kind of breathing in for 4 seconds, breathing out for 4 seconds, or breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, then breathing out for 4 seconds. Doing these breath works is going to calm your whole body and give you more of a feeling of control that is going to take you out of that mindset of such a hectic state. So breathing is really important to remember to do when you're going through these stressful situations, if you want to think more clearly and not be, such a victim even to your own body. Because our body's reacting that way because of past learned, DNA embed things, where if we were in the wild, we would have to pick up on danger ASAP and run, at the hint of danger. It doesn't even have to actually be danger, but just at the snap of a twig, we have to be ready to just run. And the reason our heart beats so fast is because our heart is trying to pump blood to our necessary, organs, our legs, especially, so that we can do what we need to do. And we have to tell the heart, hey, it's not time for that. Let's calm down, So we have to control our breaths. Do 4 seconds in, 4 seconds holding, and then 4 seconds out. And this will kind of give you more control of your breath, and maybe even do it for longer than 4 seconds. And this will kind of bring you more in control of your body. So once you kind of get more in control of your body, you're kind of calming yourself down, you can actually sit and analyze the situation better. Instead of thinking with your hectic mind, you can actually analyze better. And you want to analyze from not a negative place. You don't want to stick to the negatives and just say, oh, I can't believe this happened, and what the heck, and keep explaining it and keep going over it in your head. No, you want to kind of accept what happened, figure out what you can do and what you can't do, and move on from there and try to do what you can do. And then even meditate or marinate on what you can do and divvy out what is the best option even out of that. Because what we don't want to do is aggravate the situation even more. We don't want to, pick at the, situation more than we need to, because if we overanalyze, then we're going to be thinking about it all night. So we need to just figure out what we can do for that time, but try not to overanalyze. Try to, symbolize it in your mind, even though it may sound easier than it is said, but we don't want it to take over our whole rest of our day, our rest of our week. We want to figure out what we need to do it if we can possibly right then and there, and move on, whether it's a situation or with a person or with a thing or whatever it is. So we don't want to let it take over our mind. We want to still be able to go home and switch our mindsets from that stressful situation that just occurred. We want to still be able to put on our meditation music and relax and know that everything is okay. I'm safe, I'm home, everything is good, I made it. So we have to get in that type of mindset where we have the wisdom to know when to actually sit and stress maybe about a situation and how you're going to solve it, because we don't want to be people that are just stressing and not coming up with solutions, because this is just going to bring you a cycle of stress. We want to be the people coming up with solutions, right? So we don't want to sit. We want to have the wisdom to know when to sit for a bit on it, figure out what we need to do, marinate on it, and then make our decision from there. But we don't let it take over our life. We don't let, one bad person who did something terrible to us take over our life. We don't let, us, getting fired or having a bad day take over our life. We don't let this terrible accident that you did or terrible words that you said dictate the rest of our life. We try to accept what happened, accept what we can do, accept what we can't do, and let it go and give the process to the Most High. And this is very important as well when you're dealing with stressful situations and thinking clearly. Because when you are, getting those negative, emotions and opinions out of your head, and you're moving to the positive and what you're going to do next instead of what you can't do, you're going to have to lean on faith that everything is going to work out. And you have to really realize that if you're still here, a lot of things worked out in your life. And this is very important to come into awareness of. You don't think about all the things that didn't go right in your life. You think about all the times that you didn't think you were going to get out of a situation and you still got out of the situation. This is the times where you need to cultivate these emotions. When you are dealing with stressful situations and you're not in the heat of it and you have time to think about it, this is when you want to think of all these positive outcomes that you can create from this, or at least outcomes that you can solve from this, even if there's not a positive outcome. Think of all the outcomes of solving this or helping this situation, and you want to have faith that it's going to work out just like everything else in your life up to this point. You're still alive, you're still kicking. It doesn't matter if you're homeless, it doesn't matter if you're, injured, handicapped, it doesn't matter if you're, anything. You still have the opportunity to live a blessed life. There is no actual real handicaps. There is no limitations. This is just something that we have been told and that's been put in our mind. So, yeah, we can stress about situations, but when we have a real faith with the Most High, when we have a faith with the divinity of the universe that everything is going to work out, this is when you really start to be able to handle situations much differently. When you're able to really think clearly and realize, I don't need to feed my energy even into this situation. It's not even worth my time because I know the Most High is going to take care of it. I'm going to pray for that situation. I'm going to pray for that person. I'm going to pray for, you just need to pray and realize that we're not praying and I pray that this happen. I'm giving thanks that this person is getting more awareness. I'm giving thanks that this lesson is coming to me. I'm giving thanks that you are always protecting me the Most High. I'm giving thanks for your constant, guidance, your constant assurance, your constant trust. Thank you for trusting in me the Most High as I trust in you. See, once we have this trust and we build this trust, we'll be able to maneuver through stressful situations much better. We have to think clearly in stressful situations and don't let the negativity feed into your positivity, because that's when y'all start bouncing back and forth and it gets out of hand. We want to keep our own positive bubble around us. We don't want to let situations come into our life and obstruct our peace. We want to keep our world how it is. And this is a very, very definite possibility. This is something that I do on the daily. Things try to come into my bubble, and they just kind of skim around it, Sometimes I get a little affected. I get a nudge, but I don't let anything come into my bubble anymore. I'm real protective of my inner peace. My inner faith is what it really is. This is faith that everything is going to work out for the greater good. That's the faith I have in the Most High, in my divine destiny, my divine path, that everything is going to work out for the greater good. No matter if it's good or bad in the eyes of man, I know that my divine path is going to be for the greater good, So this is the mindset we all have to have, because this is the truth for all of us, that everything is working out for our greater good. And once you really come into tune with this, you'll be able to see the things you can't change and see the things you change and accept them both the same. You'll be able to see the negative and see the positive and accept them both the same, be able to let them go both as the same. It's not like you are super hype on the positive even more as much as the negative. Of course, when the positive happens, you're very hype, yeah. But you're prepared for the negative, and you're accepting the negative, and you're ready to do whatever it takes if that negative comes, because you've already thought of it. You see, it's foolish to not know every single outcome. It's foolish. There's no samurai that's gonna go into battle and doesn't do some shadow fighting. There's no boxer that doesn't go into a boxing ring and do some shadow boxing. They want to figure out every single situation that could happen and how they could defeat or at least get a better upper hand in that situation. And this is how we need to look at life, especially when we're in stressful situations, if we want to think clearly. So we have to be like the samurai, the ninja. We have to be like the boxer, always ready for any situation. So if something does come, we just always have that faith we can look back on and be like, oh, I'm ready for this, This is not gonna faze me. I'm already thinking of solutions. I'm already knowing what the worst outcome is, and I'm accepting both. So this is how you really think clearly during these stressful situations, with having your faith and acceptance of both. And acceptance of both outcomes, positive or negative. Because 9 times out of 10, the positive outcome is what is going to come. Especially if you're holding faith in the Most High. So don't worry about these stressful situations and think clearly through them. Don't let them stress you out, because that's when they get you. When you lose control of your breath, when you lose control of your thoughts, when you lose control of your, rational thinking, this is when it loses you, and, before you know it, you're thinking all these worst thoughts and worst case scenarios, and nothing has even happened yet. So we have to give faith that we're living our best life, and it's going to unfold accordingly. Sometimes demons try to get through, but our faith is so strong that that's all it is. It's just a whisper. They just want us to stress out mentally, because that's all that hell is. It's a mental box. Hell isn't a real place. It's all in the mentality. Nobody can really, actually harm us. But we have lost touch with this. That might be a whole nother video right there. But yeah, we really can't be harmed when we know the truth that we are in a divine path. We are in a divine, mission. we have divine guidance. And wherever we're supposed to go, if it's in a righteous path, if it's in a righteous way, then so be it. So we have to realize that our life is for living. It's not for stressing. This is something that, the people that are possessed in their own ways want us to do. The people that need their own saving. So don't let them affect your peace. Don't let them affect your faith. Stay strong, and what your truth is. And that is, the Most High is always working for your greatest good, for you to grow into your best self, for you to move into wherever you need to move, for you to shift wherever you need to shift. Sometimes the signs are just super strong, and it's supposed to shift you in a way that it's supposed to shift you. So don't stress about it. Have faith and know that you are going to come out at the end of this with the best case scenario. Just remember to breathe. Think positive, not negative. Think about both scenarios, the worst and the best, of course, so you know when you're prepared, like a samurai or a boxer, you know every single route that this situation might go, and your acceptance of this. Not your stressing of it, but your acceptance of this, and have faith that the best outcome is going to unfold. And I truly, truly can tell you that 9 times out of 10, the best outcome is going to unfold. So many blessings to you. I appreciate you watching this. If you haven't, please subscribe, like, comment, share. And I hope you deal with your stressful situations more clearly, clearer than I just said that. And you have a peaceful and serene life ahead of you. One love.